Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watchlist. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for AFI Top 100 10-Year Revisited. But before we begin, let us tell the viewers and the listeners what they should do.
Pretty please leave a like and subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe.
Leave a comment down below the feedback on the show. Comments, questions, queries, all that jazz. Welcome to our comments below. What?
Hit the notification button and you'll get great content like this one.
Yes.
Including What's Next, the show where we help you figure out what to watch next. Had a big show yesterday. We talked about Conjuring, a widget about a kid playing with my hair in an IMAX cinema. We also talked about The Roses. We also talked about Highest to Lowest. And we talked about Fight or Flight. So a huge episode yesterday. Today is AFI Top 100. Tomorrow it is movie news and we'll preview Demon Slayer.
Sure.
And also The Long Walk with Stephen King. Stephen King's adaptation there.
Interesting movie week.
And then a mailbag this Friday.
Yeah.
It is Pete and Hannah's Watches at gmail.com if you'd like to opine. Let's get on to today's show. It's movie number 11 on the AFI Top 100 10-Year Revisited list. And it's City Lights.
City Lights.
By Charlie Chaplin. It's the third movie that we've had on the list from Charlie Chaplin. Modern Times, Gold Rush, and now City Lights. It is movie number 11. Have you seen it beforehand?
No.
We watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, because
Is it true?
Yeah.
It's true.
We found a copy of it.
We did it together. The movie was up from 76, 65.
Interesting.
Yeah. I had seen this one before. I hadn't seen Gold Rush, I think. Gold Rush is 58 on the list.
Yeah. Modern Times is lower on that.
Yeah, Modern Times was 81.
Yeah.
So you had them very similar spots.
And then this one just...
Yeah, so Gold Rush was the highest, and then now City Lights became the highest. Movie came from 1931. Let's have a look at some of the movies of 1931, Anne.
Tell me about them.
Okay, so movies from 1931 include Bad Girl from Fox Film, Cimarron, which was one outstanding production at the Oscars. That's an RKO film. Connecticut Yankee from Fox Films. Aerosmith, which is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from Paramount. Aerosmith was from United Artists. Merrily Mary Ann from Fox. Also, The Man Comes Back. Palmy Days, Trader Horn. City Lights was number 2 movie, and the Universal Monster pick, Frankenstein, was number 1 pick.
Ah, a lot of weird movies.
Yeah. Oscars that year, the big winner was Lana Barrymore for Free Soul.
Of course.
Mary Dressler for Min and Bim. Art direction went to Cimarron. Taboo won cinematography. Skippy. Now, Skippy stars Jackie Cooper, and Jackie Cooper starred as Perry White in the Superman movie. Jackie Cooper, famous child actor, played the original kid in The Champ, a famous boxing movie. And as I said before, Cimarron won outstanding production. There you go. So that is the Oscars from 1931. Let's have a look at the stats for City Lights. You have Charlie Chaplin writing, directing, producing. He also did the music for this one. It stars him. It also stars Virginia Cheryl, Florence Lee, Harry Myers, and Al Ernest Garcia. It was edited by Charlie Chaplin and Willard Nico. And also the Flower Girls theme was from Padilla, and Charlie Chaplin originally didn't credit him. He ended up losing a lawsuit and ended up having to credit him. This movie was released on January 30th, 1931 and ended up going wide in March 7th, 1931. Goes for 87 minutes. The budget was $1.5 million and as the second highest grossing movie of the year, made $4.25 million.
Pretty good.
Although movies had already started being produced as talkies, Charlie Chaplin developed the script in 1928. This movie's production was pushed back because he had lost his mother and he was devastated, so he had to push back. Filming started in 1928 and ended up filming until 1930. He used some elements of music. So normally that with the silent pictures, the orchestra, the organ player was in the cinema playing music.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's why it's to use the actual composed theme. Also, there was some like sound effects that he used as well. Most of the big directors, like Orson Welles, Stanley Kubrick, named this as Charlie Chaplin's best movie. Charlie Chaplin also named this as the best movie as well.
Oh.
His biographer, which I use for a lot of the research here, Jeffrey Vance, believes City Lights is not only Charlie Chaplin's masterpiece, it's his act of defiance after, being 4 years after the Jazz Singer premiere. I don't think it was an act of defiance. I think it's just all that Charlie Chaplin knew. And, yeah.
And also, it's the same thing as, like, sometimes movies get delayed. Like,
Yeah.
This movie got delayed and came out in a time that people were, like, raving about,
A lot of people have written that this movie was an autobiographical movie for Charlie Chaplin because the blind girl represented Charlie Chaplin's mother. I don't know. He made this movie before she died, so I don't think that...
Yeah, the idea was made before, so...
Yeah. They also said that Charlie Chaplin's... The Drunk Millionaire was based on Charlie Chaplin's father.
Strange.
I don't know about that. We really haven't really talked about it, but he was a complicated character. We checked it up. We chatted about his, founding a studio, being one of the richest men in America. He was complicated. He had many wives. He had wives that were not of the correct age. He ended up getting married them in Mexico. He married women that later were in asylums. He was hunted by the FBI. He did rail against. He'd railed against. He railed against the system, really, and so a lot of people say that he was hunted because he railed against a lot of the things that were happening in the United States, where the anti-red, the anti-fascist stuff, and so he railed against that. Like he made that movie about Hitler.
He did before everyone really got caught on board.
Yeah, and so it's hard to like reading his biography and stuff. There was a great movie, and I think I brought it up when we did Modern Times. Richard Attenborough did a great movie. It starred Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
Chaplin. And so reading that, it's hard to distinguish between the artist and what actually was real.
Because he's a very flawed character.
Well, he was flawed, but a lot of people said that it wasn't as bad as everyone made out because he was hunted because he was like an outsider.
Yeah.
So it's some of the stuff You're
saying like it was painted that he was this way.
Yeah, because he...
So we'll never know the truth.
He was sort of... Yeah, well, it's hard to say. Like, did his press people put a positive slant on stuff? Like, some of the things that he was just... he had a lot of money, so people came out of the woodwork and sort of like tried to blackmail him and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe he was dodgy and there was a lot of things there, so it's really hard to tell. But yeah, he's a complicated character.
Yeah, it is. It is when someone becomes an icon, especially like back then. You never know. We'll never know the full extent because everyone else was lying as well. So you never know.
Virginia Cheryl played the blind girl. Now she's probably most famous for she became the lady of Jersey. She married like the royalty sort of person. She also married Cary Grant, and their marriage only lasted a year. And tumultuous. Yeah, it ended violently. So yeah,
fizzled out. Okay.
Yeah. So how he found her was he found her bathing on a beach in Santa Monica.
That's the way to do it.
Yep. And so she waved at him and said, yeah, I'd love to have a chance to work with you. He was auditioning other actresses at the time. He ended up giving her a screen test. And then he sort of like told her that you have to act blind. It took her a while to figure it out, but then once he got it, it really worked. In 1930, when he was doing these like iconic scene with her, it took 6 days to perform that scene, and he talked about in the biography it talked about his directing style, and it was sort of like his directing style was more like a dance, let alone an instructive way of telling you. It's sort of like you had to work with him and follow his sort of lead.
Steps, yeah.
Yeah. So he edited this movie. It was one of the ones that he had the most amount of film. So he shot 314,256 feet of film.
That's crazy.
And the completed film only had 8,093 feet. The ratio was 38.8. And yeah, like it's funny how like he was shooting a lot of film and he had no sound, and he added sound later. So yeah, it's just funny how he went about his work. He was really nervous when he brought this film to the public. He was worried that silent films were becoming obsolete, and
obsolete. Yeah.
His first preview, he was not confident whatsoever. But then it became one of his most successful movies because it was critically acclaimed, and it had a good reception with the American audiences, and making 4.25 million, it ended up really well. So
weirdly, I would think some people may have found it nostalgic because it's like, they've been getting a lot of talking pictures.
Well, the film was like enthusiastically received because it was amidst the Depression.
Yeah.
And so for it to make that much money during the Depression,
crazy.
Yeah. Florence Lee.
Yeah.
Played her grandmother. Harry Myers was Eccentric Millionaire. He was like an actor from like 1910. And this is his most successful role, but he did like Robinson Crusoe serials and all that stuff like that. He ended up dying a few years later after this movie. He wasn't a success after this movie. This is his most successful role. He died of pneumonia on Christmas Day.
Oh.
There was a uncredited role for Jean Harlow in this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, she played an extra in the nightclub. So there you go.
There you go.
Critics for this movie were mostly positive, including the Los Angeles Examiner. Not since I reviewed the first of Chaplin's comedies way back in the Too Real days. Charlie Chaplin has given such an orgy of laughs. An orgy of laughs.
Wow.
The New York Times reviewer Mordaunt Hall considered a film worked with admirable artistry. Variety described it as not Chaplin's best picture, but certain sequences were hilarious. I agree with that, Cole.
That's true.
Cool. New Yorker wrote on the order of his other films, perhaps a little better than any of them, and that gave an impression, not often, but very seldom found in movies, that the impression perhaps best described as the quality of charm.
Quality.
Yeah.
Charm.
But like since then, like it was when it was released in the 50s, people glowed over this movie. Like it has had a Rotten Tomatoes of 95, Letterboxd 4.3, IMDb 8.5. It was named the best romantic comedy in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was 38th on the Hero from this movie, The Tramp, in the Hero list.
Strange.
The poster got ranked 52.
That makes sense. That's not a iconic poster.
It's top 10 in passion, 38 in laughs. So yeah, like it's people love this
ranks
movie.
high. Yeah.
As I said, like Kubrick, top 5 Kubrick films, and Orson Welles said it's his favorite film.
Yeah.
So there you go. Every Thursday on the channel, we do a segment called Clickbait Hot Take. Mm-hmm. And last week was your hot take, wasn't it?
Yes.
No, it was my hot take. It was my hot take.
Mine's this week, yeah.
No. My hot take was The Rock and saying, let's chill. Let's take a chill pill. And he's not going to get an Oscar from a 15 minutes standing ovation. And I was completely right.
Yeah.
What is your hot take when it comes to city lights for Charles Chaplin?
Ooh, city lights, interesting. There's so many things to talk about it. But I just want to bring up just the fact that, we do have a few silent pictures on this list. 3 of them are Charlie Chaplin's. And I think it's something to do, because there isn't that many comedies. I would say like straight true comedies on this list.
Buster Keaton in general?
Yeah, but I meant, well, yeah, Buster Keaton's general, but we're talking like no modern comedies. Like I would say the newest, like you go Singing in the Rain's like a modern comedy, questionably.
Probably Annie Hall.
Annie Hall, I wouldn't call that. Anyway, but
it is a comedy, but anyway.
The best parts of comedy are when it's physical. Like the physical comedy is long lasting. Some of our favorite comedies, probably the best parts are the physical moments, like in Step Brothers when the bed falls, or in Anchorman when everyone is fighting and you just have this exaggerated fight scene where everyone's just losing their minds. The physicality of these movies, of these Charlie Chaplin movies, are just so long lasting because they are funny and universally funny. Because everyone can laugh at a guy who swallows a whistle and it's just like whistling. Like it's really funny.
Yep.
Everyone can enjoy it and it's universal. And I think modern comedies have lost it. We're focusing too much on writing. We're focusing on comedians when the best comedians who were actors were probably like Robin Williams and Jim Carrey, who were very physical, very overacting. And I find that comedies maybe should look back on Charlie Chaplin's work and go back because, this year we had Naked Gun and that went back to the physicality at times, even though it did have a lot of dialogue.
Yep.
But when it was physical, it was at its most funny. And I just think comedy should look back on the Charlie Chaplin.
Okay, so
we should celebrate more physical comedy
let's
rather
go
than...
back on the list. So, 88, Bring Out Baby, comedy.
Yep, comedy.
A Night at the Opera,
very physical
85.
comedy, by the way.
A Night at the Opera, 85.
And again, with a lot of the Marx Brothers, they're physical comedies as well.
Modern Times, 78.
Yep. It's the most modern one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go...
Tootsie, technically would be a comedy, yeah.
Tootsie, a comedy at 69.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Keep going. Duck Soup at 60.
Yep.
Gold Rush at 58.
But
MASH at 54.
MASH, yep.
That was definitely a comedy.
The MASH is like what? That was 70. What was the...
MASH was from 1970.
Yeah.
Good call. It Happened One Night. Definitely a comedy.
Romantic comedy.
Yeah. Philadelphia Story.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a romantic comedy. Dr. Strangelove. I would say that's a comedy as well. 1964.
Dark comedy, yeah.
Annie Hall. 77. So Annie Hall is probably the latest
torturous.
comedy on this list.
Wouldn't call it comedy.
Because Tootsie was 82. So maybe Tootsie,
82.
Maybe Tootsie was the last comedy on this list.
I think it's the last modern comedy.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, despite the fact it's
so
80s.
when we redo this list, are we going to put a comedy on this list?
I don't know.
100%.
I think we do, but I don't like how close do we get to modern? Because I wouldn't say because a lot of our
Well, I think really, if you're going to redo an AFI Top 100 list, you probably don't need 2 Marx Brothers movies, 3
Charles Chaplin
movies, and not have a Robin Williams movie.
Robin Williams movie.
You've got to have a Robin Williams movie, and surely Mrs. Doubtfire makes the list.
Yeah, if we're putting Tootsie on this,
don't you? Don't you think?
Well, then it is funny because this list has shown us that when you put a man in drag, it seems to have hit the comedy hit the comedy button. But I feel like our modern comedies have lost their luster, and I think because universally they're trying to evoke, that it's comedy through writing when it should go back to physical moments.
Well, they're trying to get rid of comedy, so
and you know what does
really
well? Horror, and you know what horror is mostly? Physical
comedy.
Physical comedy.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's so funny watching a guy take a teenage girl out.
Yep.
100%. Let's go back to physical comedy. I'm just saying, it just shows.
My hot take is. I think
Oh yeah.
I think that this movie is way too high. I think the other movies are like I think Gold Rush is better than this movie.
Gold Rush is my favorite. It's funnier.
I just think like it has stuff to say as well. Gold Rush. I just think I just
Also,
think
the romance is better. I don't like this romance is essentially Aladdin or a catfishing, like a Harry Met Sally type thing where you are technically catfishing the woman.
Oh no, you mean You've Got Mail?
You got mail. Sorry.
Don't say
Sorry, it's only.
When Harry Met Sally is the comedy we should put on our list.
That's the comedy we should put on the list.
100%.
But yeah, You've Got Mail, like the whole catfishing aspect to it, while it works and it's funny, and you think, oh yeah, it's romantic, it's still that type of movie, like
what gets me, Hen?
I mean, she does presume he's rich, but still, he makes out of it.
Well, she's blind. What gets me is that like when we're like as we're doing this list, we're also like having a thought on what our list is going to be, and so
but this one doesn't make it. You're saying?
No, I just don't think it does. Like, I think it is a banger. Like
a marvelous achievement.
It's great. I just like we gave Gold Rush a banger as well, and so I really do think it is fantastic. Like the fight scene is iconic and stuff like that.
The stuff before the fight scene where he's like getting scared is pretty funny.
Yeah. And like the stuff with the drunk guy. The drunk millionaire.
Yeah, and
then where he saves him, and then he goes to dinner with him. And
by the way, so dark that scene. Because the drunk millionaire is about to call it quits, and then and then every morning he wakes up, remembers, and he's like, I don't know who this guy is, get him out, and then gets drunk again, and is like, my friend.
Yeah. Do you know what the?
I mean, the plot of this movie works Tramp wise, but it just.
But do you know what the funny thing about this movie is? Like, Charlie Chaplin was one of the most famous people in the world. And when he was promoting this movie, he thought it was really important to promote this movie with, like, celebrities. You know what celebrity that he brought to the New York premiere of Albert Einstein?
Yeah. I mean, if you're one of the most iconic people in the world, who's another iconic person? Albert Einstein.
Don't you think that's funny?
You know what? That is funny because
there's photos of his in his biography.
As celebrities go.
Of him and Einstein hanging out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're talented. They were talented people.
That is it for Hot Take. So don't forget tomorrow to tune in for movie news and you'll hear Hannah's Hot Take for the week.
Yep.
Let's go to Pete and Hannah's review. And it's a scene, a breakdown. And let's start with the start of the movie. There's like a unveiling the statue. And then we see the tramp. And he was taking a nap. Taking a nap. And then, you know what? The physical comedy with the sword going up the pants and like.
I love because if you notice, one, he has this hole through his pants throughout the rest of the film.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's like really sagged, almost like he's wearing a diaper, and like it's the whole him like trying to get down. Oh no! And then trying to go back up and down. It's very, very funny. But then he keeps like degracing the statues.
Well, because
everyone's watching.
From there, he's like wandering the city, classic Tramp, like moving past cops and stuff like that, and the paper boy sort of giving him gunk, and then he meets the flower girl, and the flower girl in the street corner, she's blind, and
he doesn't notice that at the start.
He doesn't notice at the start, but then he sort of wanders around her, bit of stalkering sort of going on. He's completely smitten with her, and gives her money. He has got no money, but he gives her money. And, so she mistakes him for the wealthy man. And when he is pretending to come out of a car to get away from cops or something like that. So, so from there, he meets the drunken millionaire who is trying to end his own life because he's broken up with his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so he becomes... The tramp becomes the drunk millionaire's new best friend.
Yeah, very funny scene where he's trying to rock to himself and he's going to drown himself. And then the tramp accidentally gets the rope around his neck.
Yep.
And
so they're hanging out. They go
to a party.
They go to a party. They have like a great night together. And then the next day he sort of like tries to get money to buy flowers from the girl. and he gets that, and then he gives the flowers to the drunken guy, and then the drunken guy wakes up, goes, well, I've got all these flowers, and then the tramp sort of comes back, and then he gets kicked out by the drunken guy.
Because he's like, I don't want to see anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't even know this guy. And then so he doesn't know the tramp until he becomes drunk again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the meanwhile, the tramp meets the blind girl again, and the blind girl is reading a newspaper. Well, no, the tramp is reading a newspaper. Is the blind girl reading a newspaper? No. The tramp is reading the newspaper, and he finds that there's a surgery that
the blind girl's reading the newspaper.
Well, he's reading it to her.
Yes.
He's doing a service. The tramp is, an absolute. He reads the newspaper, and there's a operation to restore the sight to blind people. So then he has to work out a way to make money to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he becomes a prize fighter.
Well, before that, he was pooper scooper.
Pooper scoop. Yeah.
He was a pooper scooper. Then he becomes a prize fighter, and he thinks, he's just got to split it 50-50 with some guy.
There's 3 scenes that Charlie Chaplin is four scenes that he's most known for. One is in the machinery in the modern times. 2 is the clock when he's the clock.
Yeah, the clock where he's hanging off the clock.
Yep. 3 is the cabin in the Gold Rush.
Oh yeah, no, that's great.
There is some stuff that he does with the kid.
Yeah,
There's but the fighting scene is one of the most.
Yeah, it's iconic.
You see so many clips of the fighting scene, and so
the poster itself is.
Yeah, 100%. And so the way he fights the guy, like he's like running across a ring and like
he's running behind the ref the whole time, like he's just trying to get behind the ref.
It is very, very fun.
He's scared out of his mind. Like the guy before him was using all these lucky charms, so he starts using them. But then the guy gets completely knocked out, and so he starts like throwing away the lucky charms. Like he's so worried about this fight, and he just goes down like a light. He's down.
Yeah,
he's down for the count. He's not coming back up.
It's what's funny because like he takes the fight thinking it's gonna be fake, and he's gonna split the prize money. Then he's replaced by a real fighter, and then.
This guy's like a full-on like Mack truck. Like he takes down people with just a single hit.
Yeah.
And he's like so scared.
So he ends up running into the millionaire again, and he gets invited back to the
millionaire's drunk, by the way.
He's back. Yeah, he's back being his best friend. And so he relates the fellow girl's plight, and he gives him the money for it. And it doesn't go that great because burglars come in to take money. Then the tramp fights the burglars, saves the day.
They knocked out the millionaire. But the millionaire had given the tramp money.
The millionaire, and then the butler comes in with the cops, and then the tramp gets accused of stealing the money.
Because he has money.
Yeah.
And the guy's knocked out, and the guy wakes up, and he doesn't know who the tramp is.
Yeah. So the tramp ends up going to jail, but before that, he gives the money to the blind girl, and she becomes...
Yeah,
Yeah, she becomes fixed.
But I have to go away for a while.
Yeah.
Doesn't say
so months later, the tramp he's disheveled, and the blind girl is no longer blind. She's just a flower girl.
And she has like a little flower shop.
She's sort of like poking fun at the tramp.
Or she's watching as the tramp's being harassed by these kids.
Yeah. And then suddenly... She gives him a flower.
Yeah, he picks up the petals on the floor, and then she gives him an actual flower.
Yeah, and then she touches his hand, and
then staring at her.
And then she realizes the tramp was the guy that gave her the money for the thing. And
the tramp's a creep though.
Tramp is a creep, but she's sort of like a bit mean to the guy. Like she's like, "Oh, I've made a conquest," offers a fresh flower for the coin, and then. Yeah,
she's making fun of it, almost like.
But the tramp is like embarrassed,
because
he doesn't want her to realize that the tramp is the guy that gave her the money.
Yeah, he's not the same.
Yeah,
he's not.
But that she dresses like, oh, it's you, and the tramp nods, and he asks, "Can you see now?" And she goes, "Yes, yeah, I can see, presses a hand against the heart with a tearful smile, and the Trump smiles back, and that's the end.
Cute. It's a cute end.
It is a cute end. It is a cute end. It is reasons to see this movie. There is some laugh out loud,
delightful comedy.
Movie. Absolutely brilliant. It is very, very funny. It is. Yeah. I laughed out loud rewatching this movie both times I watched it over the last couple of days, and reasons not to. Does the romance really work for you in this movie?
No, in a sense that, again, it's really weird. It's the catfishing motif.
And I don't think they had any chemistry.
I don't think so either. I think the Tramp, he always is kind of like a creepo. But I think there's more chemistry because it's kind of cute how he does win the girl over in the other ones. Whereas in this one, it's like, no, I don't know. It just seems creepo. But it is. I think it's more funny the relationship he has with the eccentric millionaire. It's also weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
I think he has more chemistry with the drunk millionaire.
Yeah. But
they're great friends.
Yeah. Reasons also not to say. I don't know. It's just this movie works, but it is. I just find that it's not as I don't know, weirdly. It doesn't feel as engaging as the other ones unless if you take out the boxing scene.
Yeah.
You've lost the most important scene of this movie.
Yeah. Do you think
that's unfortunate?
Do you think that if you watch this movie before the other two, that you might have liked it more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other two, I just find because there's just so much, originality. I don't know, weirdly enough in those ones. Like Modern Times had the really cool factory, right?
Yeah, it's so good.
And then other bits, but then Gold Rush, I think,
and the clock. The clock's very funny.
Gold Rush is so funny
scene
because
in the shack is just
scene
so
in the
funny.
shack, but just even the whole him and the murderous guy and the police, everyone stuck in that. It's just the whole idea of that movie and how it just flows really well. I think that's just a better, solid movie compared to this one. Just feels cute. This one's cute.
Okay, does it deserve to be on the list? Well, I'd say no.
If you have to take out, I feel like it doesn't need 3. You could probably call one.
I think it's between this or Modern Times. I think Gold Rush definitely should be on the list.
Yep.
And then if you're
splitting hairs, which one?
You got your heart set. The fact that Buster Keaton only has 1 movie, but Charlie Chaplin has 3. I don't know. Would you buy it on Blu-ray? You know what I would really love?
Ones, yeah.
I would love a Charlie Chaplin box set.
Yeah, that would be cute. Yep. It's really hard to get. And
would you watch this movie again?
Yeah.
I've actually watched Gold Rush since we watched it.
Yeah, Gold Rush is funny.
I just love it. And so, I'd watch this movie again. It is good. It is cute.
It's good.
Rating for this one, it is a banger.
It's a banger.
It is a banger. But I don't know,
the other two just hit.
When you're creating a list, I don't know, do you need so many?
Yeah, and then does this one deserve to be 11? This is 11. Yeah. We're talking about the best of the best.
Of movies of all time here.
And you're saying...
It's not like we're doing it, we're at the moment, we're going through the...
Last 20 years.
Last 20 years. So you can have a couple of Tarantinos. You can have a couple of Scorsese. You can have a couple of Nolans.
Because eventually, it's going to change.
Yeah.
But this one is, of all time.
Yeah.
And this, from when it was made. And... You're saying number 11 is probably the lackluster of the 3 on this list. I mean, maybe we're wrong. We're seeing them differently, but I just think Gold Rush is a much more worthwhile.
I prefer Modern Times as well.
And Modern Times is much more.
The factory scene and the clock scene, mate, love it. Hannah,
they're more intricate.
That is it for today's show. Next week,
Yep.
Absolute elite movie next week.
What's number 10?
It's an all-time classic.
What is it?
Wizard of Oz.
Oh no!
It's huge.
That's a big movie.
We're in the top 10 now. There is no messing around.
We're off to see the Wizard.
For those who don't know, the top 10 is Wizard of Oz, Vertigo, Schindler's List, Lawrence of Arabia, Gone with the Wind, Singing in the Rain, Raging Bull, Casablanca, The Godfather, and Citizen Kane. What a top 10.
There's only one movie I think I'm not looking forward to watching.
Raging Bull.
I think I might have seen it though.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking forward out of everything.
Yeah, it is a great top 10, and it's coming up in the next few weeks. Don't forget to leave a comment, good or bad. And if you've seen City Lights, do you believe in our take? The others are better.
Or do you have like a favorite that's not on this list?
Do you have a favorite Charlie Chaplin movie?
Or
the kids are a great movie.
Yeah,
I've
it's
watched
on
that.
there.
Yeah, I've watched that many times.
Yeah.
That is it for today's show. That is my great co-host Hannah. Long live cinema, and until we meet again, it's bye for now.
Bye.